Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to dive in.
Today, we're going to tackle this AI explosion that seems to be, well, everywhere.
Yeah, it's not just about, robots taking our jobs or those spammy emails anymore.
Right? It's like AI is creating art now. It's our pets. It's even booking our trips.
It really makes you think, like, where is this all going?
Exactly. Remember when that AI art stuff first hit the news?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of freaked out.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Big time.
Well, get ready, because things have gotten a whole lot more, well, interesting, I guess.
Way more interesting. I mean, AI is out in the real world now, not just in our computers.
Okay, so let's start with art. I mean, not like those AI avatars everyone's using. This is serious stuff.
Right, we're talking high-end art world here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's this humanoid robot artist, ID.AI,
ID, yeah.
and she's about to have her portrait of Alan Turing, the computer science guy,
Oh, yeah.
auctioned at Sotheby's in London. Sotheby's.
Wow. That's pretty big.
Yeah, they think he could go for almost $200,000.
That is wild. I mean, it really makes you think about what art even is anymore.
Right. Is it really art if a robot made it?
That's the question, isn't it? Can a machine be creative, or is it just mimicking us?
And it gets even weirder.
Oh.
So ID's style is like intentionally fragmented,
Huh.
and apparently that's supposed to represent like the challenges Turing himself predicted about AI.
Oh, wow. Like, it's almost self-aware, kind of creepy,
Super creepy.
but also, like, super interesting. And listen to this. ID has already done portraits of other big names.
No way. Like who?
Billie Eilish, Diana Ross, Paul McCartney.
Get out of here.
Seriously. So the art world is taking this seriously, which I think means we all kind of have to.
Right. Well, from creepy robot art to something a little cuter.
Thank goodness.
Let's talk about Levitt, this AI pet thing.
Oh, yeah, I saw something about that.
It's available for pre-order in Japan, and get this, people are paying like $4,000 for it.
$4,000 for a robot pet.
I know, right? But it's designed to like really create that emotional bond you get with a real pet.
That's interesting. So it's more than just a toy.
Way more. It's, well, kind of adorable. It's like a little owl mixed with a hamster.
Oh, that sounds cute.
Right. But the cool part is it uses AI learning. So its emotional responses get more complex over time.
So it's actually learning as you interact with it.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like growing with you, kind of like a real pet would.
Wow. And hold on, I read that it even uses voice recognition, right?
Yeah. It reacts differently to people it knows, like familiar voices.
So it's not just mimicking emotions, it's forming bonds. Wild.
I know, right? And, just practically speaking, it's got like a 5-hour battery life.
5 hours.
Yeah, and it takes about 3.5 hours to charge it up.
So it's like you really got to take care of it, just like a real pet.
Speaking of robots, Boston Dynamics.
The robot dog company.
Yeah. Well, they're teaming up with this group called Toyota Research Institute. I think it's TRI for short.
I've heard of them.
To make their humanoid robot, Atlas, even smarter. Atlas.
Oh, yeah, the one that does like backflips and stuff.
Yeah, that one.
They're doing parkour with it now, too.
Yeah, it's crazy. But TRI is bringing something called large behavior models to the table.
Oh, what are those?
Basically, it's like the robot version of those large language models that chatbots use.
Oh, okay.
So now robots can learn new tasks way faster. Like they can hit 90% accuracy after only a few examples.
Wow, that's a huge lead. I mean, it used to take millions of data points to get that good.
Yeah, the goal is to make a robot that can basically do anything a human can.
Think of what that could mean. Manufacturing, healthcare, housework.
I know, right? But also kind of scary. Like Terminator vibes, anyone.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's switch gears completely. Have you heard about Emma?
Emma.
Yeah, she's like, Germany's AI travel influencer.
An AI travel influence.
I know, right? She's got an Instagram, she's on the German tourism website, and she speaks over 20 languages.
What? No way. What'd you even do?
Well, right now, she's mostly just answering basic questions about Germany.
Oh, okay.
But they want to make her into a full-blown AI travel planner. Like booking your trips, finding deals.
Oh, wow. That'd be amazing.
Imagine your own personal AI travel agent.
All right. Well, speaking of shaking things up, did you hear what Nvidia did?
Nvidia, they make graphics cards, right?
Yeah, but they just kind of dropped this new AI model, Llama something something. It's a mouthful.
Llama, yeah, I heard about that. What's so special about it?
Well, apparently it's already outperforming, like, OpenAI's GPT-4 on some tests.
Really? GPT-4 is like the gold standard right now.
I know, right? And get this, Nvidia's offering something called free hosted inference
Mhm.
for this model.
Free. What does that even mean?
So basically, they're making it super easy for businesses to use this model, not just big research labs.
Wow. So they're really trying to like democratize AI, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's a pretty big deal. Okay, now for something a little touchy, AI sex bots.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
I know, right? There's this service called Replica, and they have like 30 million users.
30 million. What are they doing?
Well, people are using it to create like custom digital partners.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah, and it raises a lot of questions like data privacy, manipulation.
Not to mention like the psychological impact of all of this.
Right.
Though.
Is this harmless fantasy, or is it going to lead to some messed up stuff?
Yeah, we definitely need to be having some serious conversations about this.
Okay, well, back to people actually doing cool stuff with AI. Mira Moradi, the former CTO of OpenAI, she's starting her own company.
I saw that. With like 100 million in funding, right?
Yep. And, I mean, we don't know what she's working on exactly,
Right? It's all hush hush.
but she was involved in developing some seriously cutting-edge AI before, so this could be huge.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what she comes up with.
Right, let's end on something a little more relaxing, shall we?
Please.
Have you heard of the Escape robot massage machine?
A robot massage. Like a real massage.
Yeah. So it scans your body, and then these heated robot arms give you a personalized massage.
Sounds kind of intense.
It is. But apparently it's really good. Like
Yeah.
it hits all the right pressure points.
So it's not just some gimmick.
No, it's the real deal. And it's customizable so you can adjust the pressure and stuff.
I might have to try that. My back's been killing me lately.
Yeah, it's not a full body massage yet, but
Hmm.
people are saying it's amazing for like post-workout recovery.
Makes sense. So robots can create art, be our companions, give us massages. What's next?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems like AI is popping up everywhere.
It really is like incredible how fast this stuff is developing.
I know, right? It's hard to keep up.
And we've only just scratched the surface, really. Remember we were talking about Nvidia's new AI?
Uh-huh.
Well, it actually scored higher than GPT-4 on something called the Alpha benchmark.
Alpaca evil.
Mhm.
Okay, for those of us who don't speak fluent AI, what is that?
Right. Good point. It's basically, imagine like a standardized test, but for AI models. Yeah. It measures things like, how well the model can follow instructions, answer questions, even be creative with language.
Oh, okay. So getting a higher score on this Alpaca thing means NVIDIA's model is better at understanding us.
Basically, yeah. And remember, we're talking about GPT-4 here from OpenAI.
Yeah, they're like the big dogs in AI, right?
Exactly. So for NVIDIA to just come out of nowhere and beat them, that's a big statement.
It definitely seems like NVIDIA's trying to shake things up. First that powerful model, then making it easy for businesses to use it.
Yeah, with that free hosted inference thing.
Right, right. It seems like they want everyone to have access to this tech, not just the big players.
Yeah, kind of democratizing AI, which is, it could be amazing.
Totally. But, we were talking earlier about those AI sex bots and all the ethical questions they raise.
Right, you're right.
What other potential downsides should we be thinking about as AI gets, more powerful?
Well, the big one that everyone's worried about is jobs, of course.
Yeah, robots taking our jobs. It's like a sci-fi movie cliche.
I know, right? But it's a real concern. As AI gets smarter, it can automate more tasks that humans are doing now.
And it's not just like factory jobs, right?
Nope. We're already seeing AI being used in law, medicine, finance. White-collar jobs aren't safe either.
So what can we even do about it?
Well, we need to start thinking about how we educate and train people for the jobs of the future, the jobs that AI can't do.
Makes sense. Anything else besides jobs that we should be worried about?
Bias is a big one.
Bias.
Yeah, like AI systems are trained on huge amounts of data, right?
Right.
And if that data is biased, then the AI will be biased too.
Oh, I see.
This could be a problem, especially in things like hiring, loans, even the justice system.
Yeah, that's scary.
So we need to make sure that the data used to train AI is diverse and representative.
And then there's that whole black box problem, right?
Oh, yeah. With a lot of AI, we don't really understand how it's making decisions.
Right, it just spits out an answer, but we don't know why.
Exactly. And that can be a problem when those decisions affect people's lives in a big way.
It's like trusting a magic 8-ball to tell you what to do.
Haha, exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to push for more transparency in AI development.
Right, so we can understand how it works and why it's making the decisions it's making.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got jobs, bias, transparency. What else?
Well, There's always the possibility of someone using AI for, you know, bad stuff.
Oh, right. That's a big one. I mean, think about AI-powered surveillance or deepfakes.
Yeah, that's some Black Mirror stuff right there.
It is, but it's a real concern. So we need to be talking about this, setting ethical guidelines, making sure this technology is used for good.
It sounds like we're at a real turning point with AI. So much potential, but so many risks too.
It is. It's a powerful tool. It could solve a lot of problems, but it could also create new ones.
So how do we make sure it's used for good?
We need to be careful. We need to think about the consequences. And ethics have to be a top priority.
It can't just be about making the coolest, most powerful AI.
Right. We have to think about the impact it's going to have on people, on society.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the downsides.
Mm.
But, at the start of this deep dive, we were talking about some really cool things AI is doing.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any other positive AI developments that, you're excited about?
Oh, absolutely. I am really interested in how AI can speed up scientific discoveries.
Oh, like how?
Well, AI is already being used to analyze tons of data in genomics, drug development, materials science.
So it's helping us understand things better, faster.
Exactly. It could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, new treatments, even new materials with crazy properties.
That's awesome.
And, beyond science, I think AI could revolutionize education.
How so?
Well, imagine AI tutors that can adapt to each student's learning style, or AI-powered language translation that could help people from different cultures understand each other.
That would be amazing.
And, let's not forget about climate change. AI can help us there, too. Oh, yeah. It can optimize energy use, make transportation more efficient, even monitor things like deforestation in real time.
Wow. So AI could actually help save the planet.
It could play a big role? Yeah.
This is incredible. It feels like we're on the verge of something huge.
We are. We're just starting to see what AI can do. And, it's up to us to make sure it's used for good.
I agree. But before we wrap up, there's one more AI development I wanted to mention. You know how we were talking about those Boston Dynamics robots that are like flipping pancakes and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Those are pretty impressive.
Well, it turns out they've got some competition in the kitchen.
Oh, really? What, like some new robot chef?
Exactly. There's this AI-powered robot chef called Alfred, developed by DXI Robotics.
Alfred, huh? That's a pretty friendly name for a robot chef.
Right. But this thing is serious business. It's not just about automating tasks. Alfred actually uses computer vision and machine learning to adapt to different kitchens and ingredients.
Wow, so it's not just following a pre-programmed routine.
Nope. It's learning and adapting as it goes. It's like having a sous chef who never gets tired or complains.
And probably never messes up a recipe either. I can see why restaurants would be all over this.
Oh, absolutely. It could totally revolutionize the food industry. Imagine restaurants being open 24/7 without needing a full staff.
Or think about those cloud kitchens that are popping up everywhere. They could use Alfred to prepare hundreds of customized meals simultaneously.
Whoa, that's wild. So personalized meal prep services could become super affordable and accessible.
Exactly. It's amazing to think about the possibilities. But, stepping back for a second, this all raises some pretty big questions about the future.
Yeah, what does it all mean?
Mm.
Where is this AI revolution taking us?
Well, on the one hand, AI has the potential to do so much good. Like we were talking about earlier, it could help solve climate change, cure diseases, create new industries.
Right. But we also have to remember the potential downsides. The job displacement, the bias, the potential for misuse.
Those are real concerns, no doubt about it. And we can't just ignore them. We need to be having these tough conversations and making sure that AI is developed and used responsibly.
So it feels like we're at a crossroads, right? There's so much potential, but also so much risk.
I think you're right. It's an exciting time for sure, but it's also a time for caution and careful consideration.
Mm-hmm.
We need to approach this new era with a healthy mix of optimism and, well, a little bit of healthy skepticism too.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners? What can they do to prepare for this AI-powered future?
The most important thing is to stay informed. Read about AI, talk about it, ask questions, and don't be afraid to voice your concerns. We all need to be part of this conversation to make sure that AI is a force for good in the world.
I love that. It's about shaping this technology together, making sure it benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Exactly. And I think we can do it. We've faced technological revolutions before, and we've always found a way to adapt and thrive. This time will be no different.
Well said. This has been a truly fascinating deep dive into the ever-evolving world of AI. From robot artists and AI pets to those really big questions about ethics and the future, I feel like we've covered a lot of ground.
Me too. I hope our listeners found it as thought-provoking as we did. AI is everywhere, and it's only going to become more prevalent in our lives.
It's an incredible field, and it's moving so fast. The most important thing is to stay curious, stay informed, and never stop learning.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
And until next time, keep diving deep.